I just wanted to talk a little bit, and I think I might start doing this every now and again. How many of you have been on a social networking place and have had people for no reason try to say something ignorant to you, or they try to come after you because you don't agree? It is frustrating so much. It's almost debilitating at times because you can't have your own opinions anymore without somebody trying to judge or cast you into their little place of you're a bad person. And I never remember being that you have to pick red over blue or blue over red to be right. And I'm not talking politics, I'm talking about anything that you disagree with anybody about. I don't know why disagreements anymore have become so much of a high school matter and in a mature adult community, and I really think it has a lot to do with social media. You see it everywhere. You see people flinging their opinions here, flinging their opinions there, without really any consideration of what the other person's going through. I try not to do it, but I probably, have been guilty of it too. I think everybody at one point in time has. The only reason really why I'm making this is because when we sit there and we type behind our keyboards, whatever we want to type to whoever we want to type it to, some of these people we don't know, and we don't realize what they're going through, and we don't realize that they have feelings and emotions. And I think that maybe everybody on social media should step it back from being insulting. I mean, if you don't agree with somebody, you don't have to follow that person, and if you don't want to see their posts, you can just block them. I just don't understand, because I suffer myself from hidden illnesses, from depression and from anxiety and from PTSD. And even seeing it on social media is kind of depressing. And yes, I've had some people target me, and no, it doesn't feel good. And that's why I try not to really do it to others. I've been pretty lucky. It hasn't been as bad as some other people I've seen. But it's just, when you're behind a keyboard, it doesn't mean that you should be 10 foot tall and bulletproof, or even if you're not scared to show your face. I mean, the reality is that people are going to tick you off, okay? They're going to say something that makes you angry. You're not going to agree with something. But there's this one key rule of thumb that I really highly think everybody should start using or utilizing: silence when it comes to insults. I'd rather stay silent than to insult and hurt another individual. And you know what? That even goes for people who've hurt me. I've had people going on right now in this day trying to do disgusting things, stalking me, all this other crap. And you know what? I much rather just be silent than to say who or what or where. Because there's no point. Negativity spews more negativity. And I'm not giving room for that in my life. Regardless if they're still obsessed with trying to sabotage literally everything that I do. But it is what it is. The thing is you don't have to give people this power over you. You don't have to let this negativity consume you. You can choose to stay silent. You can choose to turn the other cheek, or whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that you don't want to engage. You just simply don't want to engage. You don't want to have that debate, because in reality, last time I checked, we don't need to get permission from every person that we come encounter with to be ourselves or to agree with them. We are humans, and we have a right to decide what journey we want to take. Me personally, I'm a Christian. My life belongs to Jesus. But I have friends who aren't. I have friends who have other religions. And even that's a common topic of people being targeted, which is wrong. We need to respect people where they're at in life. And we either take them for as they are, or we just simply walk away, because that's not what we want to partake in. But it doesn't mean that we have to sit there and talk about them negatively, or say that they're a bad person, or cast them into the fiery lake of whatever because they don't agree with you. I mean, yeah, I exaggerated that, but you get what I'm saying. I've seen so much on social media. It's sad to see other people going after complete strangers in that sense, because if you're out in a mall or a Walmart and stuff, or wherever you're at, I don't see so much of that person to person. So, I mean, I do, but not like the level you see on Twitter or Facebook and stuff. And what it's telling me is people think that they are invincible, I guess, when they're behind a keyboard, or they're behind a screen, or where they're not face to face. And I see people saying some of this stuff that I know that they would never say in person. And it's sad because we're ripping down other people simply because we don't agree with them. And like I said before, you don't know like what hidden illnesses people have. I woke up today, I was particularly really anxious. And I have a difficult time talking about that. Yeah, and because I don't really talk about it, I don't think people understand that I have this hidden illness, and it's not that I'm ashamed of it, because I'm not. But my point is when you say or do something to somebody, or you treat somebody a certain way, you might not realize the struggle that they're going through. Like this morning, for no really real reason, I just woke up, like, it might have been my PTSD, and it might have been a numerous amount of things. I have days like this, and I think a lot of people do. But when you're on social media or when you're saying nasty things, it's not like you get to see somebody's facial expression. It's not like like some of their hidden sicknesses are like right out there for you to see. And that's what I think people need to start taking into consideration, because behind a screen, or if you're videoing, or behind Twitter, or behind wherever you're at, people like to judge, and I don't think they really might not know what's going on in that person's life. And I don't really think, no matter if it isn't something you agree with, as long as it's not criminal, of course, that you have the right to judge that person. Because how would you know? How would you know that they woke up that morning depressed, or they woke up that morning anxious, or that, God forbid, some of the stuff that's happened to them in their life, whatever it may be, they're fighting to get through certain challenges. I really think that as a society, we need to step it back. I probably already said that. And especially, I'm going to bring up another point in this, especially when it comes to people calling out their abusers. I've seen some really nasty people. Like, who has to go to a rape victim and go over there and question them like they're a cop? Or go over there and, like, call them names? It's disgusting. I don't understand. So, here I'm going to wrap it up. I guess my point is I think people need to use a little bit more empathy and compassion, even towards people they don't understand or like. We need to realize that everybody's going through their struggles, and then we might not understand them. And even though we might not understand or agree with a person's life or even like them, we need to respect the fact that they're human and show them love. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.